It's actually not the in-game music that's playing. This was just the first one that it coupled to on the playlist. We're playing Monk. Well, but actually, I can't start yet. Okay. Kind of felt like it would be unfortunate to just stop playing this category. Even though I technically achieved my goal. It's like not bad. I don't like hate Monk's story. There's some rough parts about it, but you know, compared to a lot of other runs, it's pretty nice. So I might as well try to improve the run. Also considering that my run was like 20 seconds away from sub-hour. Yeah, getting that would be nice. Hello everyone. Not a fan of that. Actually, that was really unoptimal. I'm just gonna reset. Very beginning of the run. No, welcome to the stream. Even that first try is really difficult. I'm gonna eat the fruit. They will curse you. Remember for Monk that you need to karma cash an extra time than normal. Well, a lot more than normal. Normally you only need to go to karma 4, but now it's like karma 5 plus an extra one per passage. And you know when you get that because there's a longer delay on the sleep screen while you get the passage. So that's when you're supposed to stop. it's right here. Well, I'm not. Dude. In the wrong language. Can I just change that now? Yeah, I'm already going. Yeah, there's no time where we pause. Alright, this is one of those categories. Well, hope you guys enjoy Karma Cashin. We're doing that again. This is an actual run, yes. But Monk is very peaceful, which they were right here. I mean, there's literally no creatures in that area. Yes, this is a real run. And also, I've learned that you need to carry a spear around pretty much all the time. What do you mean? How long does it take to start? The fruit. I've been cursed. So I've just been karma caching this whole time and I haven't made any progress? Is that why? There's one more than this. Okay. I'm not gonna worry too much about that. I do need a spear though. And hello, welcome to the stream. I know there's a way you can make this jump without the spear, but it just makes it so much easier. You don't even have to think about it, and it is a bit faster too, I think. Hey, bouncing off the wall. That's a wall bounce. If you charge bounce into a wall and you press jump and you bounce off of it really fast, you get that wall pounce. But you can trigger wall pounce as long as you are crouching in like the crouching state, and if you're moving fast enough, there's a speed requirement. So if you throw boost, that's why you could throw that's why you have to throw the spear. You throw the spear and that gives you enough speed for just a moment, and that one might be dead. Okay, he spared me. Eat the egg bug, please. The background is still bugged, by the way. Oh, he ignored me because I'm a monk, right? I forgot. Lizards are cool. But when you throw the spear, you gain a bunch of speed for just a moment. And that just meets the speed requirements to do the pounce. Like doing this into a wall. This is a wall pounce, and then this is a wall pounce. You also have to press down to enter the crouching state midair. Expedition mode, that wasn't a pre-made challenge. There was kind of an idea for the expedition, but you're starting from just random challenges or random expeditions, which would make it very random, and I think that's the problem there. You could make it interesting and make a random category, but then you do like 5 runs, and then your time is the average of all 5 of those. And in that way, it's more about consistency than one lucky run. I'm worried about that lizard. But I mean, a bit of randomness is nice for the sake of variety. You know, if you're doing the same speedrun with the same routes and movement and everything, then it's maybe boring after a while after you do so many attempts. If it's random, it's like, okay, you need to like adapt to every new situation that you come across, but then you can't learn consistent movement, you know. So it's like but the main problem for randomness in like a competitive category is that it's mostly just luck based at the end of the day. That you just have to do the most attempts, more attempts than anyone else, in order to get the best time. welcome to the stream. So just always hold on to the spear. Well, until that last area where the orb room, where you need to use the spear, but for lizards. Maybe throwing that rock was a bad idea. There's some more rocks there, but I guess I'll pick them up. Yeah, that was good. I shouldn't have thrown the rock earlier than though. So that's the same kind of thing that I just did there, using the wall pounce. So this is a bad situation to be in. Because these guys like to hang out in the pipes and take up all the space and you can't get through. I'm supposed to eat those fruit, but too busy running from the lizards. Maybe I had time, I don't know. Let me know if the audio's all good. The song kind of sounds quiet to me. I have no idea how good this run is. Felt kind of slow with some of the creature encounters. You can't avoid everything. Well, you can actually, but don't expect it. You can avoid that. Pretty easily, actually. Oh, hi. Welcome back, YouTube chat. I literally missed the past, like... I missed a lot of the chat. Why does it break so easily, though? But hi, guys. I can see your messages now. I hate that it does that still. So we have to just wait here. Well, okay. Yeah, that's fine, that's fine. That's something that I try to do that is very difficult, where you jump off the pole to get a horizontal boost, kind of like that. But when you're falling down so quickly, it's kind of hard to do that. This is also potentially bad. We're fine. So this is one of the more random parts of the run where you need to get you need to get 2 neurons, but there's not many neurons in the next room, so it's kind of hard to catch them. Next message is the last one, I believe. Yes. Oh, come on, that guy. Dude, that neuron was right there. Nice, okay. Well, I got, do I hold on to this neuron? Yeah, sure. I can't throw this in this tunnel, but I'll get the glow for free and some extra food for free. I can't move out of this though. It's so easy sometimes and kind of hard other times. There's no pipe, there's no pole there? What the heck? I just expected there to be one. I can't see anything. Okay. I don't really have, like, I don't have this room memorized because it's not usually dark. So I have 3 neurons. 1 in the stomach. So now I get the glow, which is slightly helpful for some dark areas. But there's just the neuron right there, so I might as well pick it up. So if you don't know this category, we need to bring some neurons to Moon and the cloak that is in submerged superstructure. Ow. So we're heading to Shoreline right now. So this is one of the most dangerous rooms when going down the wall, because that tunnel is kind of a choke point where if there's a creature in the way, you don't have any other option to get past them. I mean, you can just type whatever you want in the chat. I mean, actually, don't do that. Use common sense. But I mean is that you could just make stuff up. And there's no consequences. That's a fun thing you can do. Goodness. Yeah, she can wall jump out of that. There's a few places on the map like that, mostly in like Chimney, where like maybe a pole kind of extends off screen even if you can't see it, and so you can like climb up if you fall down. There's walls there you can just jump off of. with that pink blizzard. Finally, I got that AI hop. Is that a blue blizzard? I think it is. Yeah. Well, too bad. Goodbye. Keep doing that. Some unlocks. That's interesting. So, I don't know if I'll have enough time to make it... Well, it kind of seems like I might. I have like half the cycle left. Saint is very strong. Not really strong, they're very fast. How many people actually play like PvP arena mode? Saint is strong at survival. Yes. It's like Artificer is like supposedly very strong in PvP, but like how much does that really matter? For like the 10 people that play that. That was really risky. I put the pole really high up, so I might not have been able to reach it if I was if I didn't grab it. Oops. Should have done something there. So these Koleski beats I've actually died to before. The light helps with that, but they're not a huge threat. Usually you can just like throw a rock or just move quickly. Yeah, you're gonna push me out just to go back in. Okay, well I should have stayed up there, but whatever. Also, welcome to the stream. Hello. And anyone else who may have joined recently. Kind of focusing a lot on the game, so I can't completely focus on, or I can't read the chat completely. But I'll try to catch up in like gates and such. Very, very close. There's only a bit over a minute left in the cycle. Is that enough time? I haven't tested this before. I think the Watcher will release before Silksong. I'd like to think that it won't. Because we have no idea when the Watcher is going to release. I mean, okay, say the same about Silksong, but... I think it's unlikely to announce a DLC and release it very quickly, whereas Silksong could release within like a it could release very suddenly, you know, like, hey guys, Silksong within this month, whereas the Watcher's like, okay, we could probably wait like a good year. But the Silksong has set the trend of we have no idea when it's going to release. We thought it was going to release within a year, like several times before, you know. Also, I'm definitely going to make it. Silksong release any day now. Wait. Okay, I did things correctly. Daily Silksong news has been sabotaging development. Whoops, hold up. I almost just died. Don't go down yet, goodness. You distracted me. How dare you? That's fine. But, you need a bubble weed here. Unfortunately, I don't think Monk Story will ever be a very approachable category, just because all of the memorization that you need in Submerged and this area right here, just like knowing like when to get the bubble weed, where you get them, when do you need to replace them, you know, all of that stuff is kind of necessary. I guess you could just start with the cloak retrieval, and if you can do that, then you can do this run, and it's like pretty simple stuff that you add on to that. Wait, I think I hold on to one of these. Even I've like forgotten I forget stuff all the time in this area. Around Midsummer. The thing is that I don't even know. Neurons weren't delivered. I just put them in Shoreline, and I'll deliver them with the cloak later. But we don't know what the state of the Watcher is. It could be like most of the developments could be finished, and they're, you know, finishing up a few things here and there. And get back. And they made that announcement because they're confident in being able to release it in the near future, right? Or they announced it just to say, hey, this exists. It's actually going to release in like a year from now, or even later, you know? We just don't know. Going a little bit lower than normal for that Leviathan. I don't actually know if this bubble weed is necessary. Probably not. There's still 2 bubbles left on that. How many years was Downpour in development for? Like 6 years. Maybe not 6, maybe like 5 or 4 years. Well, actually, it depends on what you consider. I mean, Downpour was in development for, since it was like announced to, when it came out. Because Downpour was the more Slugcats expansion plus a bunch of other mods, and like as official DLC. But for a while, it was just the more Slugcats expansion. That was a mod, and that was in development for a very long time. Technically, like since like Rainroll just came out initially, that's when the initial characters were released, but no other like changes to the map or like no extra like content other than just playable characters. I don't know how I felt all the way down there. Because I'm pretty sure the original mod released not too long after the game release itself, right? And then they're like, well, I guess we should like expand this mod and update it to the new version of the game, and then they just kind of kept going and adding stuff and kind of got out of hand. So that was in development for a very long time, I think. Hopefully Watch It doesn't take 6 years. I mean, we don't know. I don't think that they would announce. I don't think they would announce it if it wasn't at least within like a year or 2. Which is, you could say the same thing about Silksong, couldn't you? So it depends if they feature creep it or not. A little bit of a scary thing to see, but we're good. And Downpour might have released a few months earlier if it wasn't like DLC. Also, I just swim boosted a ton because I thought I still had a bubble weed or something. I don't know why I did that. I have a feeling that since the Watcher is going to integrate so many other mods into the DLC, that development is going to be much shorter. Like in terms of just the like amount of content, there's going to be plenty, and they don't need to worry about like adding a bunch of new regions and creatures and stuff. And they just need to focus on like one clean storyline of like the main regions that you traverse and like the like ending or like whatever. I believe that Video Cult is contributing to the Watcher. Confirm that modded regions are a small part of the DLC. That's kind of crazy to me, considering that there's like 5 of them. I would prefer if the Watcher was just one campaign, one story, and like that's it. And then if you want, you know, here's a bunch of modded stuff on the side if you are interested. And mostly for like development scope. Like I'd rather not wait like, several years for a huge update that might have some parts that are maybe a bit disappointing. That I think Downpour even could have improved by having a bit less content. Like did it really need 5 characters with 5 whole campaigns, or could it have like have a more streamlined experience within like 3 characters? Yeah, the Watcher can have its own own full map that is mostly those extra modded regions. Please jump up. The majority of the map could be those modded regions, and then there's like a line of like new regions that is like the main story that you like traverse through. So think of like Artificer, right? Artificer starts in Garbage Waste, and you immediately can go to Shaded. And so their whole path is like Garbage, Shaded, like Underhang. You go to Pebbles, and then you go to you climb off the wall, and you go to Metropolis, and that's the end, right? So if Artificer was like a standalone character, you would just need those regions, and then like some regions on the side just like to fill out the map, you know? And that would be like the whole campaign. That could be its own DLC. If all of those regions were like new, added by the DLC. And that only need to be like 4 regions total. And like most Downpour characters only add like 1 or 2 like character unique regions, so it's not even like that is like an upgrade really. You shaded route. I don't know. I don't want to like try to like go super in depth in like predictions and stuff, because I don't want to like set any expectations. What are you doing? What is Moon doing? Where it's like, wow, this isn't an entirely new map, or this isn't, you know, a whole new like, you know, whatever expectations. Like I don't want to like set any disappointments by assuming that it's going to be a lot more than it might be. Modded regions are just hallucinations. Did she actually pick up the cloak? Oh my gosh. Okay, that's a time loss. You're supposed to skip some of the dialogue by giving her the cloak, and then no, now the like all the dialogue just played out. That's annoying. Okay. Yeah, goodbye, Moon. Should I eat food? No. That's another time loss. Why do I keep doing this? That's actually a really big time loss, because otherwise you just go straight to that shelter, but now I need to go all the way down here, get food, and then go into the other shelter, which is really far away. That sucks. I just kind of threw away this entire run right now. I don't need this. Ow. Honestly, the timeline stuff for the Watcher doesn't really matter too much. The only thing that really matters is, are the iterators still around? You know? Because most of the timeline differences in Downpour are like the state of Pebbles and Moon. And if it's in a separate map, then none of that really matters. I mean, we're still just making the assumption that it's a separate map, but I think it makes sense because there's so many new regions. Like, there's no space left in the main map for all that. I guess Saint is so far forward in the timeline that yeah, that it would make a difference somewhere else. I think that maybe there's potential that it's still the same map, but like, imagine if you added it all to the far left side of Outer Expanse or the far right side of like Moon. It's like, yeah, technically they're connected, but it's only by like one room. Because I think in the developer commentary, they did say that they left a pipe open, or like they left a den in. Actually, the room where I got the cloak. There's a room there with there's like a den that could be turned into a pipe, and that pipe could transition into a new area. Which, that makes sense because it's really hard to get there, and it's all the way on the far right side of the map, right? It's because I used a passage to get to drainage, or I went to the outskirts, and then drainage is pretty close to that. But I think that the map shouldn't be connected to Moon because, or like, the main like Pebbles facility, you know, they probably shouldn't be connected because then that means that there's no other iterators anywhere nearby, and that the area mostly looks like Outer Expanse. That's kind of interesting though, because like most of the interesting parts of the world are directly around the iterators, right? That's where the ancients built their civilizations. And then everything... I'm not saying that the new regions are going to be behind Submerged, as like you have to get through Submerged to get to these regions, but like Watcher would already start in those regions, and if you wander somewhere, you might end up in Submerged and be like, hey, this connects back to the main map. But it'd be like kind of hidden and out of the way. Because it is supposed to feel like a very separate area. But I don't know how I'd feel about it being the entire map being centered around an iterator again, because we've already seen the iterator structures and they're pretty much all the same. It's like, yeah, I get to go through another massive zero-G area that is, you know, I've already seen plenty of times before. Just to like have a few minutes of dialogue with a new iterator, I don't think that's really worth it. And plus, you need to design the entire map around it, like there being an area that's just like shaded because you can't see anything, or it'd be under the iterator. And there'd be like another leg and underhang, all that stuff. We've already seen it. It would basically be a direct copy because there's like Moon and Pebbles are supposed to be completely like very different models of iterators, and they're still pretty similar. But it's hard to say if there's like, is there even any ancient area like that isn't right next to an iterator? Like, it'd be so early in the timeline that iterators haven't even been built yet, which doesn't make sense at all. Because there'd still be ancients around. That sounds like a timeline mess. Or it's so late that the iterators have collapsed. Or maybe it's just a little area where there's ancients and like ruins and stuff. There's no iterator. They just didn't build one there. And maybe it's far enough from all the other iterators that the rain isn't deadly and they can still survive. Oops, I didn't even know where I was. Yeah, Moon doesn't have it shaded because, well, for like Spearmaster's time. I guess. You suck. How do they not die to that? Because I'm monk and because it was an up spear. But I didn't expect that. I'm really glad this gate is open. I guess it doesn't close when you reset your save file, but that's actually surprising. Yeah, I feel like there still has to be some like sort of rain. Wall pounds, accidental wall pounds actually helping out. That was horrible. Okay. Nice explosives. I don't need those. Yeah, there's a desert. How does that make sense? Okay, well, that was fast. Can I read the chat for a bit? It's a desert full of wet sand. I think that goes against the definition of a desert. Maybe it's a desert because an iterator structure is taking all the water from the area. Which doesn't really make sense that they would like, because they spell it as steam. And that creates the rain. But maybe if it's an area where there's not much water, then they need to like reclaim all the water they can. But I don't think it makes sense to base the entire region design off of the fact that there's deserts. I don't know. Let's try not to throw the run. I don't think you ever see any creature drinking water. Maybe rain world is just so humid that they just breathe in all the water they need. Do I need to reset my save file? Because I got the cloak already. I wouldn't be surprised if that's how it works. So I'm just gonna be... I'll play it safe. And also, I'm going to check and make sure. Yeah, hold up. Let me do this first. Okay, I guess this just stays enabled. That's interesting. Should I just turn off language? Why? Huh? Okay. Well. Oh, my computer fan started. Okay, I think I'll just restart the game. I guess it doesn't like when there is no words at all. No language is probably faster. That, you know, maybe I should try that out. I mean, it didn't seem to work though. Okay, I think we're good. Yeah. I don't even know what I did. I just changed the languages around and it died. Language skip. Okay, well, time for another attempt. The game entirely. Yeah, that was actually the credits that I went to. You just couldn't see any of the words because there was no language. I don't wonder if there would ever be like a run that like skips rooms or like warps somehow, like a wrong warp, because I know that it's technically potentially maybe possible, because I've seen a glitch where the rooms get like switched around in a weird way, where when you enter a pipe you'll be sent to a room that you're not supposed to be sent to. But it's probably some like really weird, like 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 room loading jank. You already do a wrong warp as Saint? Oh, not really. You don't really go anywhere. No, like you don't warp to any room that you haven't already been in. How's the previous run? It was okay, but I made a bunch of mistakes when bringing the stuff to Moon. Like, I didn't eat food, so I had to go, like, find food and then go to a shelter that was further away, and then I had to... And then I didn't, like, give her the items properly, so it didn't skip her dialogue. So I might have lost, like, an entire minute or more. Just for, like, making dumb mistakes. And then I died out of Expanse, so it didn't matter anyway, but... If I didn't make those mistakes, I probably would have taken the rest of the run more seriously. Because I'd kind of just given up already at that point. Bad spear skips. I know that there's one place that you can do it when moving to the left in Farmer is. There's like one room where it's viable. That's the only place where I know of. And in at the very end of RD story percent, you can use that to skip the toll room. But the problem is that you need to drag a Squid Kata all the way over there, and that probably just makes it much slower overall. And more dangerous because you can't hold weapons. But there's some runs on the leaderboards that do that, I think. I don't have a spear. That's an egg bug, that's nice. Thought it was a blue lizard for a second. left outskirts a while ago. Somehow I've ended up back there. I've also forgotten how to fast bull climb. Hello, welcome to the stream. Trying to knock me off. He's not interested. Okay. This blizzard might be a problem. Actually, no, they're chill. Too early on those full hop attempts. Yeah, too early again. And actually, I'm gonna hold on to this bat fly. Because I need to eat food eventually. Anyway. Why do I do that? Did I just like miss the jump button? What even happened? I guess I just pressed it too late, huh? Monk disease. Origin of the yellow hand. From Monk. Welcome to the stream. Just karma caching. Get the tutorial. I don't think we got the tutorial earlier. I don't really know what triggers it. Why did that reminded me. I need to check what was up with the cycles on the Saint run that I did recently. Because I was on like cycle 14 or something, even though it was like... I definitely hadn't slept that much. Or maybe like echo cycles counts, but even then, I don't know. I think I was in like count cycles from previous runs. Is that how it works? Was it because I did another run to get a spore puff in my stomach? So the cycles from that previous run counted? That'd be really weird though. Has to just add 5 cycles? Wait, so that dynamic difficulty thing, that depends on the amount of cycles that you survived, right? Or at least that's one aspect of it. Does that mean that having more cycles in a Saint run actually makes it more difficult? I have a theory that is very loosely supported that the first run that you do is like easier. Hello, welcome to the stream. I don't really know what I mean by that, but I feel like on average, whenever I open the game and I do a run, that first run is like, it's more likely to be a good run. And also, from like marathon runs that I guess maybe not marathons, like event runs that I've done, where it's like only one attempt for this event, where I open the game and I do that run. Usually I've had like good luck with those runs. Like for rivulets, it's like really hard to get out of drainage system. You tend to die to scavengers a whole lot. But on first attempts, it's like, where's the scavengers, you know? Like I'm able to get out of drainage system like immediately. Yeah, sometimes with Spearmaster streams, I'll just like start a stream and the first run will like be great. So we'll get all the way to like underhang. And then every other run after that is like I died to industrial engineering over and over again. But I don't know if it's like a game thing or like a mental thing where it's like you feel better on your first attempt or you're less like drained from like doing attempts over and over again. The egg bug always shows up at the same time. That was just about the worst way I could have done that. I don't know if it's like if you just like reset the game after every attempt, are you gonna have better runs overall? Is that how it works? Or is it because I feel like I've reset a lot of runs, or I've reset the game a lot, and I don't know if I like if those runs are very notable. And I know that with the glitch with rivulets where the game would crash when exiting out of the cell cutscene, I know that only happened on the very first run of the day. And even if I reset the game, the glitch wouldn't happen again. He's gonna fall. I'm throwing. I was like, I shouldn't do the slide. I was like, ah, maybe I should do the slide. Then I didn't know how to do it correctly. I know that there's a spot where you can do the slide there and it's really good, but it's super inconsistent. They're so chill. They didn't care at all. This guy might care, honestly. He cares now. Okay, this is way better than last run. Ah. Wait long enough on that rule. I think I need to eat both or all the fruit there. This guy just gonna get out of my way? No. He got me. Well, he's moving faster than I would have. This might be their den right here, though. Yep. Cool. I didn't have any items at that point. Probably because well, Yeah, because I used them for the wall pounce. That's why, but I would have had to drop them anyway to pick up the fruit. But I think eating the fruit there is probably faster than the popcorn plants. Minor time loss. I should probably just start doing stuff for streams. For a long time, I've had like a list of games and like other things that I want to do on stream. It's like I'll save that for a better time, but then it's like when is that? I guess like I could do non-rain world things for a while, and then when the Watcher comes out, it's like okay, like we're gonna play this for a while now. Head back to rain world. What games am I thinking about? A bunch of random stuff. Part of the motivation for me streaming is that I want to talk about and encourage discussion about games that are so obscure that there's like no discussion about them anywhere on the internet. Or very, very minimal discussion within like maybe like a Discord server for that one particular game. It's like unless you're in that Discord server, it seems like no one else even knows that game exists, even if you're a big fan of it. Which means that a lot of you guys probably don't know about these. But we'll see. Maybe someone will be like, that game, I know that game. Or not. Or there's games like Tunic, where it's like I haven't played that game yet, and it's the kind of game that is like interesting to play like blind, Maybe that'd be something cool to stream. I know it has very good music. Oh, nice. And I've seen like the first area. But also, I don't know if that's a great game to stream, because it'd also be great for me to just play on my own and just like enjoy the experience, I probably wouldn't want to have the chat on at all. And people will probably be frustrated if there's like an obvious thing that I'm missing. Like, how do you not understand this? Or people who already played the game are like, I also don't have a spear here. I mean, I like when people play games that I like Rain World. But then it's like frustrating because they go through shoreline without ever, or they go through garbage waste, but they don't know that they can eat bubble fruit. It's like, wow, you're like starving repeatedly, you're not making any progress, and like if you just knew this one little bit of information, everything would be so much easier. That's why I've wanted to play games that I already have experience with before, like Rain World, like Terraria, like Ministry. I played that a while ago. In that case, it feels less like, you know, it's not like I'm playing the game for the first time. It's like I already know a lot about this game, and I just want to like talk about it and like, you know, show people this game that I think is neat. I thought Oliver, yeah, that was it was interesting. It was very interesting, but I did not watch the majority of those streams. I usually skipped the parts that were repetitive, and I kind of like wanted to see like the main like interesting bits, like new discoveries. There's if you know the game Outer Wilds, it is similar to that kind of idea. It's like the best game to play if you don't know anything about it. If you don't know anything about Outer Wilds, then go play that game. But streams of that game are like annoying. They're really annoying because either they have the chat on and the chat kind of ruins the whole thing, or they don't look at the chat, or it's just like a video series. But it's like frustrating to watch because, you know, they get stuck, they get confused, they miss like obvious or things that seem obvious. But there's this channel that makes these supercuts of someone's playthrough of Outer Wilds. So maybe like an hour or two, or like 2 hours long or something like that. I don't know how long it is on average, but like their whole playthrough condensed into one video, just showcasing like the interesting parts, like the highlights, the discoveries, the revelations. Like those are fun to watch, and you skip all of the like running in circles, not knowing what to do. Who's my favorite slow cat? Probably Rivulet. I'm actually just gonna eat this bat fly right away. And now I only need 2 fruits. Don't do that. That was a wall pounce. That was interesting. But I guess I'm worried about if I play that kind of game like Tunic, or there's a few more like that, like Inscription. I don't know anything about that game. Would streaming a game like that make the experience worse for me? Because I'd only be able to play the game on the stream schedule, and if I really enjoy it, then it's like, well, now I have to wait like a whole week to play the game again. If I ever get stuck on a part, I might I might not feel great about the fact that I know that people are watching me and know that they're frustrated that I'm like struggling. Yes, the wall bounces aren't helping, but they're also helping when they need to. I know that I kind of feel like I've been looking for games like Rain World, games like Outer Wilds. Like those games are so cool. I wish they were more like that. And then there's games like that I know that are like that because people are like, you gotta play this game. But I'm like, nah. Oh gosh, that was dangerous. I mean, I don't need to stick to the stream schedule. I've done like multiple like streams in a row that weren't on like the normal days. And I might do that more in the future. I don't know. It's hard for me to trust someone saying, "Hey, you gotta play this game," because pretty much every other game that I've ever played, it was because I already knew a lot about it and I already was aware that it was good, and like mostly it was like, okay, because if a game is like very story based, then I've already watched like a playthrough of it, then why do I need to play the game? I already know the story. If it's a very gameplay game, like Spelunky 2, that was an example. I watched a lot of videos about Spelunky 2, and I was like, this looks fun and challenging. I want to try it myself. And so I got the game myself, you know. So that's pretty much what I've done. Also, I don't have a spear right now. That's what I've always done. Like, this game looks cool, and I already know a lot about it, so I'm going to, like, try it myself. And not just, like, someone saying, you gotta play it, dude. Just trust me. It's a spear. That too, I missed that message earlier, but I usually don't sit down and play a game for 3 hours. I get distracted very easily, and I'm usually doing multiple things at once too. So part of the streams, part of the reason that I do these streams is that I can focus. Say like for the next 3 hours, 2 or 3 hours, I'm going to attempt this speedrun. And then I do that, and because I'm streaming, I can't like go do something else, you know. But maybe it would be better to like take my time with the something new like that. There's definitely some games where it's like no question that I'm going to play it like immediately, like Silksong. Like when Silksong releases, I'm just gonna play it and I'm not gonna ask any questions. Or like The Watcher. I have played Hollow Knight. I didn't enjoy it as much as most people did. There's like an entire genre on YouTube of multi-hour long reviews / video essays / critiques of and Rain World, but Hollow Knight too. And everyone's like, this game is a masterpiece. And I'm like, I don't know. Rain World because the tags said platformer. Next message is the last one. Don't do it. Thank you. He got real close there. That was close. Do I go for this red one or the blue one over there? Okay, nice. If I started a stream with a speedrun, then do something else. I should have just not jumped immediately or something. I was thinking of doing that for Spearmaster. And just like do one Spearmaster attempt and then just like, if I die, just go do something else, you know? I thought about that. Are you suggesting that for like if I play other games or or just for like every stream? It's like, all right, here's the one Spearmaster attempt. All right, time to go do challenges or something like that. Because I really don't have the motivation to do entire streams of Spearmaster attempts. I don't think I really want to do that anymore. But just one attempt, you know, that's not awful. Because either it's a good attempt, and you make it far and it's like, alright, you know, this is a good run, I'm happy about this. Or you die immediately and it's like, alright, whatever, time to move on to the other thing. Don't do that. Oops. What? Oh gosh. The Neuron is still here. I've done that before where I actually dropped the Neuron past that platform and it just fell all the way down. I couldn't get it back. Stop doing that. Alright, see ya. Thanks for stopping by. Get in. I think that might have a problem of like making the stream, or not like maybe taking up too much time for whatever else I'm doing. Because it's not just like, even if the run only lasts for like 4 minutes, I still have to open up Rain World, set up the stream to capture Rain World. You know, do the attempt, and then when I finish the attempt, alright, time to close the game, open up the other game, set up OBS to capture that game, and then, you know, that probably adds another like 5 minutes plus the time of the attempt. So by the time it actually starts what the stream is about, it might be like, I mean, I guess like, you know, there's also the possibility that the run lasts for like 30 minutes, and so that wouldn't really matter too much. These life bounces aren't working. Damn, this song is late. But also, I know that if I was on a good run that lasted for like 30 minutes, then someone would show up and be like, what is this? Why are you playing Stream Master? Isn't the stream title something else? I mean, I guess, you know, eventually you guys would figure out what I was doing. Would I include that in like the title? Like, plus the Spearmaster run? Maybe I'll try that. I don't know the length of this cycle. It's long. Okay, we're totally good. the pink one? So I can't see anymore. Oh, okay, thank you. Doesn't help too much, but something. Like 3 attempts to get that spear. When you're holding a food item, there's a short delay on picking up other items for some reason. Well, I mean, I know the reason. It's because, well, actually not really. Oh, there's a spider in here. Very confused for a second. Stabs you with flour. Don't get stuck in the hole. That was so close. It's being good. Oops, hold on. Just stay on the platform. Oh, it almost fell down. That would be bad. Not too bad. You can just drop down and get it. Don't do it. Thank you, Jetfish. You're also helpful. Just a little bit of encouraging. That's all. I probably shouldn't fall down so far. It's hard to control your speed though. Yep, plant like a whole minute left. But don't mess up here like I did last time. Okay, Aquapete's in a good spot. You can bring that jetfish with you, by the way. You can bring them quite far into submerged, actually, but in non-underwater rooms, they kind of just slow you down a whole lot, especially when moving through pipes. And you can't bring. I mean, of course, they're the alternatives to the bubbleweed anyway, but I don't really want to bother with that. It's also very risky. Like, you can pretty easily die in a few spots too, if you aren't like extremely efficient with your movement. But I guess technically it would be faster overall, just because they move faster underwater. Maybe, potentially. I haven't done extensive testing. That was a mistake. Please. Okay, that's just a jetfish down there. The Leviathan is up in the corner. Shoot, I am dead. Whoops. Oh, damn. Okay, I tried to make an optimization there where I didn't go and grab a different bubbleweed. So I assumed that you didn't need it, but that's in a different spot. I didn't need to do that. Or really, I shouldn't have done that. Because I wasn't 100% confident that that's how it worked. Because I remember there was a spot. I'm actually going to just check the previous run. That did make it there. Where I could save a bubbleweed. So here, you have to grab that bubbleweed. And then Oh no, that was that spot. Huh. Okay, so I was correct, but I guess I was also wrong. That was the right spot, but it still just isn't enough to use that one bubble weed the whole time. And everywhere else you don't, you like have plenty of time with the bubble weed you get. Okay, well I've learned. Do I want to do another run? I don't know. If I actually finish a run, it's gonna take another hour. So I don't know. Probably not. Well, maybe future runs will include a bit of Spearmaster too. I'll be thinking about that. I'll also be thinking about other things that I might want to try on stream. But anyway, thanks everyone for watching. See ya.